Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today we're going to be making this beautiful easel card that can stand on its own, and that's why it's called an easel. And I'll be showing you how to make this today. You'll be needing whisper white piece that measures 11.5 by 4.25. You'll also need the DSP, and I'm using the Parisian Blossom Specialty DSP. You'll need a piece that measures 5.25 by 4 inches, as well as another piece that measures 3.25 by 2.25. And then you'll need a whisper white piece that measures 3 inches by 2 inches. That'll go inside this DSP piece. And then you'll need some scraps, and then another small piece for the outside banner that measures 1.5 inches by 2 inches. And before we go ahead and start our card, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'll be using today. I'm using the Timeless Tulips photopolymer stamp set. I'll be using all of these images here to build the card, as well as the hello for this card today. I'll be using the punch. I'll show you how to go ahead and punch out this larger tulip, as well as I believe it's this one right here. And then I'll be using this sentiment from the Honeybee Cling Stamp Set, the Thinking of You, Sweet Friend. I'll be changing it up. This one says, you mean so much to me, and then all of me loves all of you, but I'm making more of a friendship card today, so I'm changing the sentiments just a tad bit today. Now, I've created several of these already, as you can see kind of in the frame. I've built some, but we're going to make some on camera. Now, I didn't put the leaves on them because I did go ahead and insert the leaves once I had built up the card to put them as sort of like fillers. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a couple other accents on the card. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and first take my 11-inch paper by 4.25, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it and burnish it. And if you have a scoreboard, you can easily score this at 5.5 and 2.25. If that is easier for you, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold one of these once more in the same manner here. All right. And this is what will create our easel card right there. And we'll just need to go ahead and use a little stopper on the inside. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with our DSP. I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half, just so that it's easier for when I glue it onto the front of the card. It's not as hard for me, and this way it's easier to just glue on there with that fold. See that? Okay, perfect. So we have that, and we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and do the gluing of the DSP on the card. That way, once we finish stamping, we can go ahead and just start building on it. Okay, let's try that. I think I'll need to find another glue in just a moment. Okay. Making sure that it's evened out, and then making sure the creases match as well. one more time. Okay, perfect. So we have this portion. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the images that we stamped. And you know what? Let's do the inside first so that we're able to layer it onto our smaller piece of the DSP. We're going to go ahead and do the inside sentiment as well as the outside sentiment, and then we can go ahead and stamp our flowers. Now this I did the tulips on the outside to kind of frame it, and I'll show you in just a second. So as you see here, and then I added some wink of Stella, and then I did the smoky slate for the other sentiment as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I have my sentiments here, and I'm going to go ahead and use this stamp here, or this block. And I tend to use both sides of my blocks. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, wait, I got an extra one somehow. Okay, so this is the one that I'm doing for the inside, thinking of you, sweet friend. And actually I'm doing this in a smoky slate. So let's do that. Right in the center. Alrighty. And then let's do the other one, if I can reach it. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to do, oops. We're just going to do a hello for the outside. Since it is for a friend, it's a simple greeting. Let's see if I got it on there. Okay, perfect. It's a little hard to see. Okay, so I'm going to put that away for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the petal pink. We won't be stamping on this any longer. We're just going to go ahead and flag it later on. So I'll put that aside. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my tulips. And you can use any of the 3 tulip sizes. I do believe I ended up using these 2 on the inside to frame it. And I'm just turning it around. I'm not doing anything in particular, so feel free to do what you want or use the stamps how you want. I'm just rotating it. Okay. And there you have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that aside. And, well, let's go ahead and do the rest of our tulips, and then we can go on to the smoky slate again for the stems of the flowers. So let me go ahead and just prep my block here. I do want it to curve a little bit more. Okay, perfect. So I have these 2, and then I have this smaller one. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my scrap. And all I'm going to be doing on camera is stamping one of each so that you're able to see how the image turns out. And I've already pre-cut the rest since we are using quite a few of these. So there you have one. That's the largest. And I'm going to do them in the graduating sizes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there you have these here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the smoky slate. We're going to go ahead and do the stems. Just trying to place it on here. And then we're going to flip it around and then do the other one. Do this one on this corner. And I will be coming back to do some of the leaves. so that you're able to see how those turned out also. And what actually I can do is just put them on the same block, and you can do that also, especially if you're creating cards like this where you need to do multiples of. It actually comes very handy. And I can fit all three of them, giving them appropriate space because you are fussy cutting these, so they're able to fussy cut. And for example, this one in the center, I'm actually going to use the punch. I'm going to show you how that turns out. And I'll put these on this side here. Okay, there you have those. Okay, so I'm ready to go ahead and put this away, and I'm going to go ahead and fuzzy cut these, and I will go ahead and fast forward this so you're not having to see me fuzzy cut, but I do want to show you the process. So let's go ahead and do that. So I took another one out. We're going to be using Tombow. And I'm going to go ahead and do the background of the card front first. And I'm going to be using 3 of the larger tulips. Let me see. I want this one too. And I'm only applying adhesive from the halfway down. Alright guys, so I went ahead and forwarded this part just because I'm taking quite a bit of time trying to place these and try to match it to the original card. However, you can arrange these in any order that you'd like. I just wanted to go ahead and get that same look because that's what I really wanted to go ahead and reproduce. So again, I'm going to go ahead and, this is fast forward motion, and I'll go ahead and stop as soon as I finished gluing all the stems with the tulips and the leaves. So I'm putting this aside for it to dry, and we're going to go ahead and start stacking or thinking of you, sweet friend. Be using dimensionals for the back. flag this guy. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and adhere it, giving it even space all around to create that easel portion just like that. We're going to go ahead and apply our Wink Stella onto the tulips. And this is optional. If you didn't want to do the Wink Stella, you don't necessarily have to, but I wanted to give a little bit of a bling since I wasn't using any other form of bling in the card. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take my ribbon out, and we're going to knot it. Okay, tiny, tiny. Probably tighter than that. Come on. There you go. And this is the silver metallic thread. And all I'm doing is wrapping it on my fingers. I don't even count, I just do quite a few. And then once I think I have enough, I just snip it. And then there you have it. I just try to do that. Move them around just a tad. And I'm going to go ahead and attach them to the sentiment that'll go on the front. Just like this one here. I want those ends to be adhered there. Okay. Centering it, and then adhering it, and then for our small bow, or knot, I'm going to go ahead and just use a glue dot. If I can find it. It was here. Oh, there it is. Where'd you go? Okay, I'm just going to use a small glue dot. And come on. That end is driving me nuts. Okay, much better. My fingers are so sticky. Got glue all over them. Okay, so there you have it. This is the card we made today. And this is the card I had pre-made. This one says, hello, thinking of you, sweet friend. And then this one says, you mean so much to me. All of me loves all of you. There you have it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at learntolovedIY@gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. I've also linked my 24/7 Stampin' Up! Online store for your convenience so that you may order any of the products I've used today. And I want to go ahead and thank you for watching today, and you guys have a great day.